with the Philadelphia Eagles. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On second down, another shot for Sermon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Brings up 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Jackson. This to the outside, it's Sermon. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, Sermon. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, there's so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
On 2nd down, it's Sermon. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. His 7th touchdown on the ground and 9th overall. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They're going to look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. Down to about the 22 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And
all right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They go play action now. Jackson. Looking left side, that's complete to Oliver. And some space here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To the right side, this is Sermon. And powering through at the 35. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll go down at the 28. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now a handoff, Sermon, and he stopped immediately there. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jackson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. picked off near the 26. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Romeo Okwara in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's returnable now for Smith. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Lions will take over. Offense ready to begin their drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They run. Here's Sermon. And he'll go down at the 28.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Again, Sermon. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Sermon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Trey Sermon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead is now 24. Time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Well, indeed, try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Romeo Okwara picks up his second sack of the afternoon. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now it's Sermon. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. On second down, Kamara. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
First down, Eagles.
He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Brings up second and 2.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Again, it's Sermon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. This is Sermon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They go play action with Jackson. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll get this out to Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there on the catch and run. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach. Let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're going louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. Hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Sermon. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On the handoff, Sermon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Trucks over him.
Going back to the same well, it's Hockenson again.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Back to throw again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll look to throw again. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And the lead drops from 34 to 27.
Next to score, Lions 34, Eagles 7. Jake Elliott.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run,